Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very special moment, a very special day. I'll be talking very quick and very short because I have the amazing Caleaf with me. It's a very special day because this is your last day today.
Yes, it is.
At
my
the
last
jungle.
one, yes. Swinging from bomb to bomb.
Well, from show to show
Yes,
it is.
yes,
isn't it?
exactly.
Where are you going next?
I will be going to. Am I looking at you? Sorry.
Yeah, you can look at it. I can switch it up. Like this is a
no,
podcast.
I'll be going to MJ
Yes.
musical premiering in December, and we're going to be in Hamburg.
Oh my god, so he's not going too far away. All you fans out there, you can still meet Caleaf in Germany.
Please come.
You know what, it hit me when I saw your video today on Instagram and you posted all these beautiful moments of you like rehearsing the show and dancing on stage and like the photos with all of us. I was like, I remember when we first talked during your audition, and then you reached out to me and you were like, well, can you tell me anything about where to live and how to live? And it feels like yesterday.
Yeah, no, it really has gone by, and it's 7 months, and it flew.
Right.
Flew, but I mean, the whole process has been such a beautiful one. You know, just from speaking with you and coming in and meeting everybody else with the family, it was something that was, because this is my first time coming into a cast. So the experience with this was a little bit frightening in the beginning, but I think once I got here and I started meeting everybody, I settled in very nicely.
Yes.
And that made it even more enjoyable to get all of those special moments and pictures and things and rehearsal process and really just enjoying the full process for what it is,
Right.
you know?
I want to highlight something because as I got to know you, I had the information which I think is partially true. Because I knew that you came all the way from California to be part of the family in Stuttgart. But I think there was a stop somewhere near Europe, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you are from California, right?
No, so
Ish.
I'm from Philadelphia.
You're from Philadelphia.
But I was, when they told me about the auditions and everything like that, I was actually in California working a convention. So I flew from California, west coast of America, to Philadelphia, east coast. Then from Philadelphia to London, because I was already flying to London. Stayed in the airport at London and then caught a connecting flight from the company to Germany straight into auditions.
And you walked in with your suitcase to the audition, if I can remember.
Right.
You must have been knackered.
I was knackered, I was jet lagged, I was confused, I was hungry, all of the above, but...
Any advice that you want to give to young people out there auditioning how to survive a trip and journey like this and then still book the job? Because
I mean, I don't know. I was praying the whole time, but I think
prayers
help. But I think mostly is staying calm and staying true to yourself.
Yes.
You know, I think if I had came into that audition and just tried to push and not communicate with them like, hey, I'm traveling, or hey, can I stop because I need a drink or anything like that, it would have went down south.
Yes.
You know, open your mouth. And it's not rude to do those certain things. Yes, have etiquette when you're auditioning, but it is okay to speak up if you need something to keep yourself going. But I think the main focus is to stay calm and stay true to yourself.
Yes.
You know, the things that you can do them immaculately. The things that you struggle with, don't stress over it, because that's something that you need to learn once you get the show.
Yes.
And then they'll see the potential that you give when you're in the audition.
Yes. So just to make it clear, I believe you already were in the runs for MJ, right? When this auditioning was happening. So it was like two things in one happening for you. So before you guys think, hey, I can hop from audition to show to show, it's also not always the case.
Yes.
Believe already was in the finish line for MJ. But then we needed dancer boys, strong dancers, and actually they were casting for 2 positions, and I remember, now I can tell you this, now that you're leaving, you were a very strong front runner already in the audition days, and we were like, kind of like hoping that you would sign the contract because everyone really loved you. But they told me, like I remember they told me that they were drilling you for the stamina. It must have been really hard with all the journey and everything.
With the journey, it was already hard coming in because I knew I was tired. But
part of the Tarzan audition is the drill to see if people have stamina, because the show is exhausting.
It's very exhausting, and it's a very different show dance-wise than what you would do normally. And I think that's why they were trying to drill me so heavy, because 1, it's a different movement for the human body. 2, they need to make sure you can get through Asia week. You know? But I also think that because I noticed, I mean, I have third eye, but I noticed, like, from just body language and them rooting me on that, okay, I'm being looked at.
Yes.
So Caleaf, keep going.
Yes.
Even if you're tired, tell them, hey, just give me a moment to breathe, I'm ready now.
Yeah.
But keep going. If you see that or you feel that energy coming, ride that wave.
Yeah. See, I think it's so important that our dancer friends knows out there. I used to be a dancer when I was half your age.
I'm no spring chicken, okay?
When I was half my age, I used to dance too. No, anyway, and I have such incredible respect for the dancers, and you teach as well, and I will shortly speak about that too. But before we get there, I just want to say that you know it best because you also teach dance how challenging the show is, right?
Yeah.
And how would you encourage the students out there if they're interested in Tarzan, what to look for, what to train for?
I think, and this is just personal.
And also because I know your track is one of the hardest in the entire show. That's
which I did not know coming into this.
Sorry, no one told you. Now you know.
I think there's, especially with musicals, just in general, before I get to specifically Tarzan, musicals are a different beast than like contemporary company or a ballet company where you're doing the one show for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you switch and you have rehearsals for the next show. Where this show, you learn it and you have to stay, let's just say 80% 8 times a week.
Yes.
And that is something that is very heavy on the body. It gets the body down. So I think training, and I don't mean just dancing, but like actually making sure your body is fit. Being a dancer is one thing. We all know, take your ballet class, take your modern class, do other stuff like hip hop, contemporary, things that will add tools to your belt, but also make sure that you are also training the body for strength as well as flexibility. With this show specifically, if you're thinking about coming to Tarzan, I would definitely say be open to new movement. Be open to movement that if you're a contemporary dancer and you feel like, oh, I really want to do Tarzan, but I don't do any macacos or I don't do anything. They teach you all of that. You just need to have the aesthetic and the core of the base of what's going on. And if you have strength as well as you're training from dance, there's no way you can't get it.
Do you think a strong mind or an open mind is also important to acquire all these things?
Definitely an open mind, because I didn't flip. I'd never flew. I've never worn a harness. So it was a lot of things. I remember in my audition, they were like, okay, Caleaf, what tricks do you do? And I was like, I could do a switch leap, very dancing. And they were like, no tricks, no backflips, no anything. I was like, no. And then they were going to teach me the macaco. And for me, that's a flip. So when they did it, I was like, yeah, but I don't flip. And they was like, no, it's fine. We'll teach you. Had I known what I know now, I wouldn't have even raised my hand and said that I don't flip, because I would have just been open-minded to trying the macaco or to try anything else, because they want to see you succeed. So the more open mind that you have, the more discipline you have with your dance training as well as your body and strength, it will all mesh into a tool that they all want to see and use and have in their cast.
Beautiful. I love how you talk and how composed you are in your speaking. It really shows that you're a teacher. Because we had these conversations a few weeks ago. That Caleaf also teaches, and he travels the world giving workshops and teaching young people the arts. And actually we had a moment of you wondering, which way is my road going? Am I going to become more of a teacher, or am I going to continue my journey on the stage? And I said to him, well, what better places than these shows to gather everything that you can transfer to the people?
Yeah.
So how do you see yourself in the future? Like going from one show to the next, like where is the teaching going to be part of your life in the future?
You know what? It's crazy, because we did have that conversation and I was baffled then. Like, I really love teaching and I don't want to give it up. And with performing in New Germany being new, I don't know how it's going to happen. And
but I'm sure it will happen, because I saw you teaching a warm-up and I was just so jealous. I can't be part of the dancer's warm-up because I have to get ready with all this. But I saw the video and he made a choreography and the whole company was dancing. And I was like, I want to be part of the warm-up. That's about that. So, but you're magnificent as a teacher.
Thank you. No, I think it's slowly starting to happen. I think I just needed to get my footing here, because it's a new country and everything. But I think now, even with Michael Jackson, I am assistant dance captain. So I will already be having my foot step into that era within my job. Great. But then in Hamburg, you know, they have more studios and things to where I can be a little bit more open with my schedule to be like, on my day off, I want to have a steady class.
Yes.
And then build from there.
Yes.
I'm still teaching in London. I'm still teaching in America when I go visit those places, so they're solid. But I really do want to make a base.
Nice.
Now that I'm in Germany.
Nice. Guys, follow this guy, because I'm sure on his Instagram and everything, which will be linked here, you'll find all his workshops, and I recommend you that you go and take all these classes, because Caleaf is amazing. Now, but one of the finishing questions for us Europeans, and I come from Central Europe, Hungary, so for us to go to America or to London and work there, it just seems like, you know, the American dream. And you're one of the people who I met alongside my journey who kind of like reversed the journey and come from America to Europe. It must be a cultural shock. Or like, how is it for you, in a few words, to come from the home of musicals and the home of performing arts to Stuttgart and Germany? And is it a cultural shock?
It definitely is a culture shock, for real. But I think also there's a beauty in
a beast.
There's a beauty in seeing it from both sides. Just as much as, you know, people from this side want to go into America and they see their dreams doing Broadway and everything, that makes them international.
Yes.
Where for me, leaving America, being in London in the UK for 6 years, now being in Germany for almost a year going and on, I'm now international.
Yes.
So for me, it's just as big. It's just as important for me to be like, oh, I want to use my job and the thing that I love to be able to see the world, and I'm doing that.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, and it dawned on me here, not so much in London, but here, where it was just like, oh wow, I didn't just move out of America to one country. Now I'm moving around the world. You know,
yes.
And I think that it's the same as for people on this side that want to go to America.
Do you miss home?
Yes, I do, but I also know that my plans is not there. My road and my journey, it fluidly goes around, because the people that I'm meeting, they are all important for that moment that I'm meeting them.
Yes.
Even this cast on my last day, like, I meant it. This cast is what I needed in this moment. This show was what I needed in this chapter of my life. And you have to let life unfold.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, two worlds, one family.
Yes!
Isn't that so true? Well, what better finishing words? Is there anything else that you would like to say as a goodbye before we leave to all the listeners in Germany?
Hi guys, again, my name is Caleaf. I just want to pass words from me to you to always live and love. Be yourself, trust yourself, and you'll get what you need. Not what you want always, but what you need. Yeah?
Amen to that. Amen to that. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm really gonna miss you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too. Thank you.
You're such a mature, beautiful, intelligent, sweet, and talented man.
Thank you.
We're really gonna miss you in this cast.
I'll be back. Just call me.
Yeah. You'll be busy. You'll be assisting choreography.
Exactly.
So once he leaves us, it's very hard to get a hold on him. But I'm certain our paths will cross.
Yes,
and I
definitely.
can't wait for that moment. And I'm rooting for your success, MJ.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
gracing
And you keep
us.
going strong here. You
I
know,
will.
you're working hard, and your ethic and your talent and everything speaks for itself. So keep going, babes.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Goodbye. All right, let's go back on stage.
yes.
Bye.
Bye.